2018. What a year. And I mean, what a year. Quite easily, I am able to say that this was one of the toughest years of my life. And you probably noticed I didn't do my regular intro. That's because the tone for this video doesn't really fit for that type of intro, because it's all a jolly, happy, woo intro, and that's not really what this video is about. It's about what I've been through personally this year, and I just wanted to share what I'd been through this year, simply because I don't want to keep it to myself. It's better to tell people, and I want to let you guys know what's going on. So this has been probably one of the toughest videos I have to make this year, and it's probably one that I am making for myself more than I'm making for you guys. So it's still for you guys, it's more of a personal thing. So this year was awful. Not in the sense of what's gone on in the world, it's what's gone on for me personally. So at my old job, I was robbed during one of my shifts, and that was not a great feeling. It was quite stressful, it was quite panicky. Everything was okay, no one got hurt, it was all good. We just lost a bit of money, that's all that happened. I ended up having to pay that back. It wasn't a lot though, they only stole like 40 quid. But that was something that happened to me around about February at the start of the year. So not really much came off that, but then in April, I did touch up on this previously in my Distraint 5, or Distraint 2 episode 5 video, but I lost one of my closest friends to suicide, and it's one of those things that at the time I was very, very upset about it. Obviously, losing a close friend is never easy. Then I did the funeral and stuff, and everything was great. Like, for a funeral, you can't say, oh yeah, the funeral was great, it was lovely, it was such a good time, because they never are. And after that, I kind of bottled things up a little bit, and I didn't say anything about it, I didn't show any emotion, just happy me came out, and happy life continued. And I didn't want it to affect the channel, so I'm quite fortunate in the sense that I pre-record quite a lot of my stuff. Because of the way my work works and the time that I have, I usually get like a certain day or two off. So I will spend all day recording as much as I can, and then just as the weeks go by, all the time that I get, I spend editing the stuff, which is why stuff is so spread out, and it's also why I can't do a video every day anymore. So that is the way that was, but I didn't want anything to change on the channel. I didn't want to just stop making videos, and at that point when it happened, I had about 2 to 3 weeks worth of videos recorded but not edited. So I edited like normal, as of when I could. I'd usually do it in bulk so I could just get it over and done with. But obviously it affected me quite a lot, and it's quite hard to talk about at the moment, especially because I'm going to share it with the internet. It's not an easy thing to share, but I'm going to keep them nameless, obviously, for privacy's sakes. But yeah, I lost one of my closest friends to suicide, and I'm at the stage where it's tough. I'm I'm struggling at the moment. Like I said previously, I kind of bottled it all up after the funeral, and then little bits and bobs happened after that. I've had my cat got put down, the dog got put down due to health reasons and so on. Like a lot of friends and stuff, like problems with them. It's been a tough year, and it's probably quite easily one of the hardest years of my life. But here I am, I'm still going, I'm still getting through it. You just gotta try, like, I know what I've gotta think. I've gotta think positively. I've gotta make sure that I'm on the upside of things rather than the downside, because there are days where it's hard, and it's very hard, and it will get better. They say time heals all wounds and so on, but it sounds kind of cheesy to say that. But as cheesy as it is true. Like, this happened back in April, and it's it's one of those things that have affected me quite a lot, and it's quite difficult to talk about. I don't know whether I've done it before or after this video, because I've not actually recorded it while I'm recording this, but I am going to play a game about suicide and try and raise awareness for it, which I know isn't easy because I'm quite a small channel. I don't do this for the growth. I don't do this to reach 1 million subscribers. I do this because I want to build a community out of what I've got. I want to help people like other people have helped me. Like, for years I've watched YouTubers and they've helped me get through tough times. They've even helped me get through losing my friend. Like, it doesn't, like, it only sugarcoats the problem. It doesn't fix the problem, and the problem will never be fixed. It's not like I can get my friend back. I know he's gone, and I know I have to deal with that, but I also know that I have to think that he's still kind of there. Like, I should think of him as alongside me, but it's the thought of never really seeing him again, and it's just the circumstances that it happened. It all kind of just came out of nowhere. It's one of those things that I've had to deal with, and I know a lot of other people have had to deal with. Awareness is trying to be raised about it. Like, people are trying to help spread the word and raise, you know, make more medicines about antidepressants rather than taking weeks to kick in. They want instant acting ones. I personally have been going to therapy quite recently, simply because I struggle to express how I feel because I've bottled things up pretty much my whole life. I struggle to show most of what I am. It's something that's going to be there. It's going to be there my whole life, and it's not something I can, you know, just wake up and then like, oh, the memory's gone sort of thing, because that will never be the case, and I know that. I do know that. There's just some days where you think differently. Something bad happens, you get a bit down, and then, because I'm the sort of person who overthinks things, I'm quite bad for doing that. I overthink things all the time. I said something in a certain way to someone without even meaning to, and I felt so bad that I couldn't sleep because I had to message them to see if they were okay. Like, I couldn't sleep because of it, and because of this, like, it doesn't help. I know the details of what happened. Again, I won't go on to that any further, but I know, like, what happened as of when it happened. It didn't help it was right near the start of April, because I thought, because of the type of humor he has, I thought it was some sick sort of April Fool's joke. Like, he was quite dark humored, and I thought it was a joke, but it wasn't, because I clarified with his mother, and she kind of confirmed it, and that's when it hit me. At this point, when you're seeing this, because this will come out on New Year's Eve, obviously, well, technically midnight, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, whatever, it will be, obviously 2019 at this point, so Happy New Year, everyone. It's kind of weird to think about that. I need to forget about this year and put it behind me, but it's a lot easier said than done. And they're not the only things that have happened, by the way. There have been a lot more, but they're just not worth talking about. I wanted to talk about the bigger things that have happened to me this year, and this is obviously some of them. So it's been tough, and I have been trying to cope with it my best. The best way I do that is through YouTube. When I do my YouTube stuff, I kind of put on this persona. Not that I'm meaning to, I don't want to come across down or, you know, like, the D word, depressed in my videos, because I don't want to share that vibe with you guys. I want to be positive. I want to make a positive difference. I want to, you know, bring joy to your day and not make you feel worse than you might already feel. So when I do YouTube, it's a form of escapism. It's why I love doing it so much. I've played video games all my life, but there's just something extra about the YouTube side of things. I have a lot more fun with it. It's like if I was playing games where I do voices on my channel, when I played that game on my own, I probably wouldn't do voices for it. I would just read it in my head and play like a normal player. But I really enjoy doing the voices for some of the characters that I do, and there's a lot of games that I do that. I wouldn't have played half the games I play now if it wasn't for YouTube. I wouldn't have checked out all these indie games. I would have stuck to the AAA shit. And I don't want to do that. And it's one of those things that sometimes it's a nice way of coping with it, but you've got to remember it doesn't fix it. It kind of just masks it. But if you want that brief escape, just to forget about it. You want to get lost in this world, watch TVs, movies, anything. It is a moment where you can just be happy. And there's other times where you kind of, as much as you're trying that, it doesn't work. And obviously I'd been doing that for a while, up until about October, coming up to, like, you know, well, no, more November coming up to December sort of time. It broke me. I snapped, and everything that was overwhelming me with money and the job, the hours I do, and losing my friend, like, it overwhelmed me, and I snapped. I ended up telling my parents about it, and they've been very, very, very supportive with me, and it's great. I've told a few of my friends. I've told, obviously, work, because I have to change my shifts around due to when my therapy sessions are. Like, it's definitely something that I'm dealing with, but it's something that it's good. I know it's gonna do me great, and it has been doing me great so far. It's definitely been tough. It's been a good year in the sense of help. I've been getting a lot of help, especially towards the end of the year. But my main worry was, especially like near the end of October, was so much had gone wrong throughout the 10 months that had already happened. My only thought was like, oh my god, there's still 2 months left. What else is going to go wrong? And I ended up getting... Well, I wasn't paranoid. Like, I went to the GP, I went to the doctor about it, and they said it doesn't sound like paranoia. It just sounds like I was overstressed. I was worrying. I was restless. I could barely sleep. I'm a night owl anyway. I love staying up at night. And I would usually go to bed at around midnight to 1 a.m. because that's normal for me because of the way my shifts work at work. But lately I'd been going to bed at 3 and 4, and that's not because I wanted to stay awake that long. It is because I couldn't get to sleep. I would try, and I would just be restless, and I'd be hot even if I have my fan on, and it's winter, and it's one of those things that I've really struggled with, and I'm getting through it. And I wanted to share this with you guys and with my channel, only because I know a lot of people go through this. I know a lot of people are struggling with it. I have colleagues and friends that have had, you know, issues, mental health problems, and they are getting through it, and they are being so supportive of me. And they, not all of them know I do YouTube. It's not something I go around sharing. Like, it's one of these things that I tell the trusted people, I guess you could say. But here's to hoping 2019 is a lot better. It's really weird to say 2019, isn't it? Now, I don't know if I have a surprise for you. I'm not too sure. It all depends on if I get this done in time. But I might have a new outro. Don't know if this will be a yearly thing, but the outro I've had obviously has been there for a while. I don't know if I'm going to change the song. I just know the appearance of it is going to be different. Whether or not I actually have that done in time is a different story. I don't even know if I'm going to put an outro on the end of this video, only because it's a bit more of a serious video. It's one that I've made. It's one that I've wanted to share with you guys for quite a while now, but I've only just got around to making, since it's quite a hard topic to talk about. But just remember, talk to someone, you're not alone, and let's hope to a better 2019. That's all I can say, really. It's all I can say. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, leave a comment, letting me know what you think of the video, and I will see you in the next one.